Ja, hallo, hallöchen. How are you guys today? Welcome in on this fine Thursday evening. We are on the way to Down Under. We're going to the mainland of Australia. Woohoo! We have also some ocean, over the ocean flying. And hopefully we will see a piece or pieces of the Great Barrier Reef. Also, welcome in, guys. Co-pilot Nights Up. There's a cat bat. And also Robbie, flight engineer. How are you doing, guys?
I'm fine, thank you.
I'm also fine, thank you.
Ooh.
A stroll in the woods.
Let's see if you find back. Did you make a trail of breadcrumbs?
I found my way back.
Yeah, I see you now.
The cat bat.
Sorry, Robbie.
That's okay.
I'm out of control here.
Oh, I'm on Lifetime live weather. It's so pretty. Down under, there's dawn. It's so pretty here.
Forward slightly because
So I would say let's pack up our camp. And then off we go. So I hope you got yourself some breakfast here, because now we'll be packed up. Would be so easy if this would go like this in real life. Oh, how do you think about that, Nightsa? This fellow campsite user.
mind you, my campsites are much smaller. All I have to do is find it in the morning, so take up the carpet. That's me.
Oh, that's kind of boring. You like boring?
Set up my
Yeah? Why not?
excitement when explosions from the campsite. Not when I'm sitting.
Nothing. You don't want to have anything, right? So, this is up.
Relaxation.
Who wants that? Hey Costello, welcome in. Good evening. And what do
Hello.
my eyes see here? 23 months from a two-tone. A tier 1. Thank you, buddy. And welcome in. Welcome in the lurk.
Hello, Murph.
Hello, hello. Oh. Does it work? Does
Hello,
the
Murph.
button work? Does it work? Yeah, it works. Woo! There we have it. How you doing, Murph? How is the day treating you? I wanted to go into my cockpit and start up a Spitty. Master avionics. No wobble
Noise.
because I'm... The noise? What
The
noise?
amazing noise of the Hellcats.
Well, that reminds me.
Mm.
I would say a tailwind today.
Yes, Murph, I can see your point there.
Yeah.
And of course, it's the dismantling that really hurts. Later, when you can start putting things back up together again, that's much more constructive and positive. Oh.
boy,
Yes, hello,
Mirth.
Lima, hello, Mike.
Haley Makila!
Oh, massive geekness spotted.
Where?
On
But
WhatsApp.
Murph, did you also buy some new kitchen things? Hashtag Mrs. Two-Tone's Kitchen.
Hashtag justice for
Don't,
Mrs. Newton.
don't scare him away.
poor, poor fella.
So, why can you tell me we don't have a... Okay.
What
Apply
is
and
this?
save. Go back.
Main device output selection. Jesus, I never had that before.
What you talking about? I'm
I
just
just
wondering.
looked at your screen.
I'm just wondering why I don't have a sound on my other computer. Mm.
I have a table, a tray table, just like in the Airbus in the Hellcat.
Ooh.
Have you ever noticed?
The beehive is behaving at the moment. I think there's just some software thingy on, which I don't like.
What does
Oh
this
well.
red button do? I
Well,
better
let's
not
start
tell
up
you.
the spitty that we have a quite a distinguished sound. Hello? Oh, she
That was,
starts now with closed canopy. Okay.
I bet that was a Murph question. What
It
does
was,
this red button do?
yes. But there is like
Followed,
it. There's
followed by utter disaster.
yes. There is like this red handle in the. I'm not gonna pull it because it could
Yeah.
fold the wings or something. Actually,
Oh.
That
And it's
red
red.
handle, isn't that for blowing off the canopy?
It's
oh, that
something,
that could be
something
as well.
that you definitely would not want, I would
Yeah,
assume. Hmm.
I would assume that
That's
as
the
well.
explosion button.
I'm not
Oh,
gonna even try it. There is another red handle, but I know what that is for. That's to drop the fuel tank, the external fuel tank. So that's perfectly fine.
No, I don't hear a spitty. Oh boy. Here we go. Hello,
Here we
Ian
go.
Fisher. Welcome in.
good evening.
So, wait a
So,
second.
I bet it's warmer where we are flying today
Yeah.
than here.
Mm. Hmm.
Am I supposed to hear music?
Now, just let me fix for a moment that I don't have any sim sound at them. That's kind of annoying.
Immaculate Mike, that's how it should be. Yeah.
Why?
Did you visit the Weihnachtsmarkt or did you work there? Visit, okay. Well, I can tell you if you work there, which I have done, and you spend hours and hours standing behind a stall, That's when the real pain starts. Oh, mate is good. Yeah, that warms you up. I actually bought a special pair of boots, uh, which are, I think, Canadian snow boots, something like that. And another trick is you put a pallet on the ground. So you don't stand on the cold ground, but you stand on the wood of the pallet. Um, make, makes it all a little bit better. Do you want to quit Flight Simulator? Kaharia, what are you doing?
I try to figure out what the problem is. Nope, I don't hear anything. I don't know what the problem at the moment is. I just simply don't know it.
Okay. We'll fly along without music. We'll just sing.
It's
We can make the
not
sound effects for
about
you.
the music, guys. It's about the sim sounds, not the
Oh, the
music.
sim sound. The sim sound.
The music is a different panel on a different lane. I don't get any sound from computer A to computer B. Natsup, would you do me the honor?
Yes, okay. I just have to make sure I don't crash while I do it.
So cables are all connected. Never touch a running system, guys. Never, ever.
Do you have any sounds, or it's only the sim that's not working?
I don't get any signal, any sound signal from computer, from the gaming computer to the streaming computer.
'Cause usually when
Basically.
you replug your sound system and you have to select the device on the bottom right corner of Windows, if you're on Windows
It's
10.
the right, the right one is taken.
Okay.
Selected, sorry. So would you please, Tim, thanks? Nope. There's no sim sound whatsoever. Okay, then we just have music.
Did you
Oh, we want.
try to go in the sound settings and main device output section?
You mean in the sim?
Yes.
Oh, Windows 10. Oh, wrong one.
Mm.
Yeah. Let's make it this. Input cable. No, 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 no. That's the right one. Apply and save. Nope. Okay. Neither. Murph, neither. I have two sound cards which are connected to each other over an optical cable. Nothing between. Just one thing, the cable could be faulty and I don't have a second to try. So that's a shoot. Well, this time without spitty sound.
What if we all go like brrrr?
Exactly. We can we can imitate the spitty sound.
Oh boy. What do you mean? Hardware settings? Where? Basically.
Hello, Viper.
Jeez, that's generic scenery. Ugh.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Ugh.
on that island. On that
Yes.
island. Yeah.
So,
Also, I thought it was, yeah, no, I thought my computer turned off the Bing data. It's not true. It's just
Mm-mm.
the island. It looks like that. Oh my god. And
It looks
there's
a
the,
little bit better around the airstrip, but the
uh,
rest of it is
and
pretty terrible.
Yeah, that's the town I went into for a stroll earlier. I can see
I think the word town is a slight exaggeration.
it. Yes, but there was like
Hmm?
houses and stuff.
I activated it and deactivated and activated it. Let's tell the sim. So I want this. Yes. That's the optical out. Yes. I want that. That's the optical out. No headphone simulation. Apply and save. Nope. No. None whatsoever. Well, we just do it today with music because that
I
works.
sometimes do the resets, the sound settings, like to defaults, and that has helped me in such cases.
It was on default and did not work either.
Still,
So that's this, that's there.
You just tell us which noises we have to make, and we'll provide them.
I want to know why it is not working.
I can do the landing gear.
Gloom. Yeah.
yes.
The most difficult will be the startup
Murphy,
sounds.
Murphy wrote, Catpat, you're up for custom Spitfire sounds. Make us proud. So let's load in. I did it with a restart and it did not work. That's why I was restarting. So, but I don't wanna lose much more time here. So, since we don't have a spitty sound, we will jump into the music. The thing is done. Hello? Mouse? Which mouse is which mouse? Meow? I think my streamer PC did die on the sound wise. Do we have sound? Yes. At least some. Yeah. At least the music. So then for the guys, the music. You hear that? You have it too?
So far, no. That may be my volume. No, I have no music.
No, me. Oh,
Oh, no.
yes.
There we
Yeah.
go. Woohoo! So Let's fire her up in the quick version.
Whee!
There we go. Good birdie. I'm following Robbie. So, there we are. There we go. Are we on lifetime? Let's go.
Yeah, let's say once more goodbye to this town.
They'll miss you.
And if you guys have any music requests, the sound requests are open. Exclamation mark Sierra Romeo, the name of the song and the artist. So, you coming, guys? Everybody after night's up? Kamikaze!
I'm already zooming. Well, I'm not going very fast, but I'm basically heading for the magenta line.
Missing a Robbie still.
I
Hey,
had to refresh the
Kingsman.
stream. I'll be right there.
Okay. Hey, Kingsman. Greetings to the pool.
Hello, Kingsman.
How you doing,
Hi, buddy.
buddy?
Hi, Kingsman.
No, the next Next is that wonderfully named Coconut Island. That just makes me think of tropical paradise. Cocktails,
Yeah, would be. That would be nice.
hula dancers. Yeah. Probably just a boring heap of sand in the ocean, but
Ooh. Who's winning? Kingsman, who's winning? Yay! Woohoo! There the guys. I caught myself a Lima Kilo. Oh, nice, Viper, nice.
maybe a bit cold.
Yeah, would fit to the weather here. That's a cool cloud layer. Well, let's go under that. Whee! So I'm very curious if we see the Great Barrier Reef or some parts of it. I can't remember how far up north that scenery we had is
You
going.
don't see it up here, but when we do that loop further down from the coast, then you should see it. Okay. Coconut Island up ahead.
We'll fly over that one
Mm-hmm.
since we're just a few minutes in the air. We are in chat tonight, Kingsman. If you go into the waiting area channel, I can pull you down to us. I think even here are reefs. You see stuff.
Yep.
Those blotches.
Yep.
Oh, Kingsman, we are in our servers chat, not on the Catbird radio. Sorry, Lima Kilo. That's Coconut Island.
I think there are even some coconut palms down there.
There's a reef.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very generic.
Yep.
Aren't you a member? Yes, you are. You are a member on my Discord. What do I fly today? Oh boy, not pretty. Welcome in, Kingsman.
Hello.
Hey, buddy. You found us.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hey, Kingsman.
How you
Look.
doing? How's life at the pool?
Yeah, fine, thank you. Just watching the game.
Ooh.
Lask 2-0 down to the Pearl. They're an Austrian team, aren't they, as well, Lask?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, they're not a bad team. They're not a bad team, though. They're giving Liverpool a good go.
But I'm not so into soccer or football or how you want to call it.
Mm.
Some say so, some say so.
Football. Soccer. It's what the Americans call it, soccer, don't they?
Yeah.
Well,
We
22
call it football.
guys. 22 guys try to get a ball into
Yeah.
a square or
Yeah,
rectangle.
22 guys that are multimillionaires.
Yeah,
That too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
the
it's got a
ouch
lot of
on
money.
this.
Kicking a bag of wind round a pitch.
Yep.
Yeah.
And falling like ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah, compared to the rugby players.
Well, yeah. Well, my mother's from Widnes, which is in Cheshire. My dad's from Liverpool,
Yeah.
and where my mum's from, Widnes it was a rugby league club.
Okay.
So Widnes is more of a rougher town because all the guys are quite big guys because they play rugby,
And they all got funny ears.
and they've all got cauliflower ears.
So
Mm.
this is another island. Yeah. I think this island is just there for the runway.
Yes, it seems so.
It's got
But
about
it's
it.
ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All these islands are obviously
Ugh.
not formed after satellite pictures. It's just some stuff put on.
Yep.
Bat
They're not
online
pretty.
tonight.
Sorry?
Is Cat Bat online?
Yeah, it is.
Hiya, mate. You okay?
Yeah, and yourself?
Yeah, how's the Vulcan?
Ah, it's good. It's good.
It's amazing
still-
aircraft, isn't it?
I still got to figure it all out. To be fair, I haven't done a proper startup yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, she sounds absolutely amazing. She looks good.
Apparently, there's going to be another sound package for the Howl.
Actually, if you just because there's like 3 models and 2 of them have the Olympus 200 engines, which have the Howl basically,
Mm.
and then you have the 300 engine, which it doesn't really have it. But then you can add it, I think,
Whee!
just by
Yeah.
clicking it in the
EFB. Yeah.
tablet. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think that's really
There goes
necessary.
Salima Kilo.
On the 300, that wouldn't be authentic. So,
Yeah.
and it
I
sounds
definitely,
just as
would
amazing.
want a howl. I mean,
Yeah, you got to have the Howl when you have the Vulcan. You got to have the Howl.
yeah.
Yeah, apparently there was 2 models. There was one with
That was
and
iconic.
one without. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But the one without still sounds amazing.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
It's just another engine, but it sounds just as good. It's from that era, so yeah,
Yeah.
they sound epic.
why are these from that time? Why do they have this special sound? What was different to
That is
today's
because they were
jets?
low bypass turbojets, and they are much noisier than the high bypass that you have now.
Mm.
Like now you have so much air going around the central part of the engine that
Yeah.
it actually dampens the noise.
Dampens,
So
because that's
yeah.
a noise abatement.
Yes, it also
Yeah.
has
Yeah.
advantages for like power at low
Ooh!
altitude, at low speed. So
Would you
yeah, it
look
has
at that?
advantages.
It all came from Concorde as well. Concorde had a noise abatement when she took off
Yeah,
Yeah.
because she produced so much noise. So
yeah,
because it was a populated area where she took off from Heathrow, she used to have a noise abatement. They used to say 1, 2, 3 noise abatement, and then it'd be power back the engines to make her not, you know,
yeah.
yeah.
Isn't it nuts though? The Concorde actually wasn't as successful as she was meant to be because of
Mm,
that, because of the sonic boom she
yeah.
produced, and no country wanted her to produce the sonic boom overhead.
Yeah.
So
When I
that
was a
blew up.
kid, I remember when I was a kid in the like early 90s.
Yeah,
So I'd be like 10 in 1990.
yeah,
So I'd be thinking, I'd see the aircraft going over when it was the Grand National, the Grand National in England.
Yeah.
uh-huh.
Yeah. The
You used to
horse
see
race. Yeah.
the horse racing in Aintree in Liverpool. We used to
Mm.
see her flying over to go into Liverpool with
Oh,
all the millionaires from America.
just epic.
Mm.
Uh,
And my
Mm.
granddad used to say to me, I wonder how much money's on that aircraft going over us now. I bet there was a lot of there's a lot of millionaires.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And I used to look at my granddad and thinking, what's he going on about millionaires? I was only 10
Yeah.
at the
Yeah. Yeah.
time, but now I understand what he was saying. But used to hear her going over, go ooh, oh, howling over. No, well, not howling, but you could see her going over, and she looked so gracefully white, this white aircraft, and I'm thinking, God, she
Yeah.
looks so yeah, beautiful. Yeah, going into Liverpool.
We have
Yeah.
so amazing formation flying right now.
Yeah, sorry, Harriet. I'm taking you off your stream.
All good, all good. I just want to tell you guys we do cross over to Australia.
Oh, not Australia.
But
You
we
get any
are in the
kangaroos? You get any
Australia.
kangaroos?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Are they
the
all bouncing about?
the bouncy bouncy.
And
Yeah,
are all,
I've got family in Australia. A lot of family actually.
okay.
So
My auntie Susan, all my cousins live there.
we gonna
Oh,
land
yes.
on the Yankee Hotel India Delta at
Mhm.
Is
the
that
old group
Sydney?
Ken's got the better.
And
Sydney.
then
No,
later
it's
on, we're
not
gonna see
Sydney.
kiwis, right? Like when we hop over to New Zealand
First
Yeah.
kangaroos, then kiwis.
and
Yeah.
kiwis. Yeah.
My ex-wife dad got his ashes scattered in uh, New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Yeah.
God, yeah. New
He
Zealand
want,
is
he,
one of these places which I'll never see because it's
he-
just too far from.
I'd
Just
like
too
to
far.
go, as my dad says, Philip. Uh, he always says to me, "How's Kaharia? How's Nigezep?" He always says.
Nice.
Ah, cute.
Uh, Philip says he said, "I'd like to go to New Zealand, but it's too far on a plane. I can't go 24 hours."
Yeah. No,
I can understand that.
no.
It is. I think you have to do it in like two, in two sectors basically.
Yeah,
Go a
you got to
place.
stop off in Singapore
Yeah, basically.
and then stay for 2 days. Maybe see Singapore for a couple of days, get acclimatized, and then jump on a plane for another 8 or 9 hours.
Yeah.
It's a lot in it.
Mm.
Mm.
The magenta line is not aligned to the runway. Nights up.
I know.
Get
Candle.
I'm not
out,
bloody blind,
bridge.
aren't I? I mean, honestly, I might be old, but not that old.
Are your glasses polished?
Oh yes, oh, yeah. Always. These
I was.
glasses, which I only use at the computer, they're fine. It's the other ones that are not my normal reading glasses, because when I'm eating or something like that, and then of course I touch the glasses too, and that's where you get the mess.
Yeah, that's true. So, guys, feed the
So,
bot. Let we hear some of your music.
yeah, I switched it off because it kept breaking up the music. But
Yeah,
that's
it
nothing to
breaks
do
up.
with your end. Oh, you had that too. I thought it
Yeah.
was my
No,
Okay.
no,
my
no.
old
I don't hear it
thingy.
either. It's like
Yeah,
completely gone now, and it
yeah,
broke up in the beginning when it was there.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
It's not a music day today or a
No.
it's not.
sound day,
Or
A
shall we
sound.
say?
sound date.
Brrr. Yeah, we just make the noise. Brrr.
What's the weather
Yeah.
like in Vienna?
Well, it was pretty nice today.
Mm.
Freaking cold. But yeah, we were on a Christmas market, a medieval Christmas market. But that one was not that nice. We knew it from years prior, but no. They made it bigger, but all those merchants I looked forward, and especially the food I looked forward, was not there anymore.
Right.
And they wanted entry price to pay for entry.
Are they nuts?
Yeah,
Really? For a market?
yeah.
That's
For a Christmas
ridiculous.
market, they wanted to have seven euros
I
for
would
entry.
just say, okay, I'm not entering then.
Yeah.
Well, that was the entry price we found out later.
Yeah,
I
you
found
found
a
out later.
way. I found a way into this Christmas market without.
Ah, okay. In that
Ah,
case, yes.
No, we were.
sneak, sneaky.
Well, let's
Well, you
say it
shouldn't
this
for a
way.
market.
We knew the market from years prior. We knew where it was from the years prior. This time they had a new location. Like they were in the same area, just a garden next to the place they were the years prior. And all those points, what made this Christmas market so special, were gone. They did not have the fire where they would cook food over it. They did not have the merchants I was looking for, but just that stuff you get everywhere, but not those things we went for.
looking at some islands, and they look so amazing.
Sorry, Lima Kilo. Ouch!
Sorry.
That gave a
fine.
mark. You gonna polish that?
Hmm.
Isn't it amazing that in the sim we can look at some islands that we will probably never ever find in our
Yeah.
entire lives?
Yeah. Costella zooms past. And again he scratched my wing. Got an eye on you.
Hmm. Shouldn't there also be? Yes, there is a cross runway as well, isn't there? That's what I'm looking for.
And
Because I think
sorry.
that will get us better aligned with the magenta line.
Left, right, left, right. Like those car drivers who wanna pass but can't.
There we are.
So was that market very busy or something that they can afford to ask entry?
Yeah, I
It
find that
was. It when we were the last time, it was. Yeah. You would
But I
go
mean,
there shoulder on shoulder.
Yeah.
think of the money making there. You know, they
Yeah.
get the money from all the people who have stalls there, and then
Mm.
they get entrance. I think that's a bit sticky.
Well,
Yeah, I was
it's ridiculous. It's a ridiculously pricey because one fruit punch, we had a berry fruit punch. Yeah, 88 euros
Yeah.
for
one glass or cup.
it just takes the fun out of the experience, I think.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's like, oh, okay, I'll stay
But
away.
if you're in a place like Vienna, you
Uh,
can get away with these things. There's just
yeah,
so
there's
many
just enough people,
tourists
right?
who pay anything.
But I have to say, when we were last time, we went also on Thursday, short after they were opening up, because there were very few people. And like this time we went, it was very few people, but they didn't get more.
Mhm.
They stayed very few.
Yeah.
So, and last time when we went, about 6 in the evening back home, you would feel like sardines. But it was not the case this time.
No, of course. Many people will have said nope
Yeah,
to the entry.
exactly.
To the entry fee.
And the other thing is, you had their stalls with food, which did not have anything to do with the medieval time frame. Then they were not clothed like it. It was not set up like it. It was just a selling booth for some cheese from God knows where, or kitchen stuff like sauces and antipasti from Italy.
Okay.
Does not have anything to do with that time frame. And you could get into that's the yeah. You could get into this Christmas market when for free, when you would be clothed like one of the medieval times. So basically, if you would have done the work for them, you would get in free.
All right.
Yeah, but then from the flare it had, yeah, nothing
Mm.
was still there. So everybody down.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Booyah. Oh, Iceman. Iceman 333. We have a raid. Beedoo, beedoo. Welcome in, guys. Thank you for the
Welcome.
first time chat. Good evening, guys. How you doing? How was your flight? How was your stream? So, let's go. And Modding Unlimited, thank you for that follow.
Okay, Lima Kilo Mike. Good night.
Okay, good night, Lima Kilo. Thank you for flying along.
Good night.
I also have to get to bed. I have work tomorrow. Sorry to ruin the
Oh,
party.
No worries, Robbie. Have a good
Okay.
night.
You
good
too.
night, Robbie.
Bye, everybody.
Good night.
Take care.
Yeah, that's okay. Just all take off through me.
Yes.
Yes.
Revenge
Yes,
for
it's
the
lovely.
scratch. Everybody after night's up.
Hello, guys.
Hmm?
I just thought when I heard that noise, I thought I'd been disconnected.
No, you're still here.
I'm still here, in spirit.
So, there's the catbot. So if you got a song request, guys, exclamation mark SR, the name of the song and the artist.
I won't even try to. last time I just messed it up. So
It's not that complicated, surely.
I know, I know, but to me it is in the sense of computers. I'm very primitive in computers, so. Hmm.
I'm somehow I think I'm turning the wrong way.
No?
Yeah, no, I was. Now I'm okay. I have to get
An,
back onto the magenta line.
an upside down Castella. Do you need a belly scratch? anybody wants to jump in and join in, the next airport we're passing is Yankee November Papa Echo on the North Europe server. So feel free, hop in, fly with us. Join us on our antics.
Yeah, your system looks really good now, Kaharia.
Huh?
Your system looks brilliant now.
Yeah, apart from the sound.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I think it's a faulty cable or the streamer computer cannot recognize anything. I don't know.
Mhm.
And since I did not want to restart the stream,
Mhm.
we don't have any plane sounds at the moment. But for that, we have good music.
Yeah. The Beatles.
No, at the moment is, I think, Viper's request playing.
I'm just being sarcastic by saying the Beatles.
So I think we're over the mainland now.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see a
Yes.
massive kick now as well. Look at
Yeah.
that. Look at him go.
Well, you should have bought it too when it was cheap.
What, the P38?
Yeah.
I
Yeah, it
have
was
it.
for
He's in the PC. He's in the red.
and the
is it
Lightning.
PC12?
No, Nights Up is in the Lightning.
Lightning.
And the
Yes.
P38.
That's
Yeah.
one. Yeah. Okay. I'm just looking at yourselves now. I've just changed over to the screen on my big screen. So looking over you, watching the stream.
Oof, there's some pretty yuck scenery here and there. It's a bit of a mix.
Yep.
Whee!
Whee!
Woo! Terrain.
Pull up. Pull
Pull
up.
up. We've been night set all week. Me and Kahari have been going pull
Oh,
up,
Oh,
terrain. And I think it's been doing cat bad Zedding really, to be honest with you.
how do you know?
I'm sorry, cat bad. I don't mean to wind you over. Just mean Kahari with.
Yeah,
It's just us being silly.
yeah. That was this. Basically, I was like concentrating, going
I
through
bet you're
clouds
saying
and
to
stuff,
me,
and
"Shut
they
up,
go
you."
like, pull up, pull up.
I bet you're
No, it's not.
thinking. I bet you're thinking, "Shut up, you
It's
Liverpudlian."
Wait a second, guys. And Viper Strike got tickets to the Fallout Boy concert in Lexington, Kentucky for next year. Nice. I hope you will enjoy it.
Yeah, enjoy.
Have all the fun you can there. Because I know concert tickets are pretty expensive at the moment.
Mm.
There was it Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings? I think it was Lord of the Rings concert in Switzerland. The cheapest seating somewhere way in the back was about 260 Switzer francs.
That's
So
Oh,
that's nothing for Swiss people.
But even the
only-
Swiss people did not like that. I know some, but 260 for the cheapest seats? That's quite some
that's-
dollar.
And I believe
Yeah.
it's like the euro, no? The Swiss franc is more
No,
or
no,
less.
no, no, no.
No, 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 no.
It's not like the euro at all.
Okay.
It's- Swiss money is
Right.
very expensive for us. So when you are in Switzerland, you buy a normal meal in a restaurant, you pay up to 30 euro equivalent. But
Mm.
the thing is that the Swiss earn more, so their whole
Yeah.
level is higher.
No, yeah,
So-
yeah, that I know, but like I don't know. I thought the Swiss franc and the euro is like more or less parallel.
No.
no.
No,
It's
no, no, no,
parallel,
no.
yes.
Yes,
It's
you know,
parallel,
like
but
one Swiss is 1 euro.
no,
Only
no.
no.
Guys,
Oh, okay.
guys,
No.
let me talk. Welcome in, Raiders. Hey, Dryzen, thank you for raiding over. Hey, raid, pee-doo, pee-doo. How you doing, guys? How was your how was your stream? What did you do? Yeah. Raid. I see Agent Presta. Nerdbank. How was your stream, guys? Ooh, the MD-80 between Stockholm and Helsinki. Nice. The Mad Dog. Well, the Spitfire flight is going well. We're going well today. The only thing is we don't have sim sound because I think I have a faulty cable in which I can't replace at the moment. Because yesterday was everything peaches and cream. Today I pressed the stream button and, well, did not work. Excuse me, but I will jump over that song. What the heck is that? Thank you. Yes, exactly, Dryzen. Exactly. It's the most annoying thing. So that's a song requested by Costella. So if you guys have a
is it
song
equal?
request,
I
punch
believe
in
it's-
exclamation mark Sierra Romeo, the name of the song and the artist.
Oh, yeah, that
What about
stream
the
bot.
bird? It's about the
It's-
bird, but the bird. The
That
bird is the
stream bot
word.
is not in the chat anymore.
He's gone. Yeah.
The music bot.
The music
Okay.
bot has left the chat.
Yeah, that's you mean in Discord now?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, I threw him out since you said the music is stopping all the time.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
I'm talking about the stream.
don't know to say something.
Hmm?
I don't know to say something. I get told off.
So, let's go to the coast. The scenery is not so pretty here.
I feel like I'm in class at the moment.
In what way?
Do I say something without getting told off?
Shut up. Yeah.
Don't say nothing.
At all.
In a good way. It's only
Yeah.
humour.
No. I mean, Kaharia is the streamer, so when
Yeah, of
she
course.
when
Of
she
course,
wants the
when she says,
microphone, that
yeah, when she wants the mic, that's it.
yeah.
Of course, Kaharia,
Hmm?
you got the mic whenever you, of course.
Yeah,
It's
but
your
at the
stream.
moment I'm shutting up. That's it's also something.
I know.
I found myself a Castella. Woohoo!
If I'm speaking, if I'm talking too much, just tell me to shut up.
I'll tell ya.
Yeah, don't worry. She's not shy that way.
He's not shy.
I know
no.
she's not. I know she tells you.
We all know that.
I know Kahar is that way.
If you come
She's
to the
lovely.
coast, there's the scenery is better. And UK pilot 61, thank you. That's a livery made by our flight engineer Robbie 613. He's just unfortunately already left the stream today. So he made that. Dougal sent you here. Oh. Welcome in nevertheless.
What you mean? Nevertheless.
Nevertheless.
Welcome in, buddy. An upside down Castella needs some belly scritches here.
Well,
I like
he's
Dougal. He's a great
Dougal
lad.
comes in here quite a lot. Yeah. Yeah, I think everybody likes Dougal.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. That's cool. So we're on the the north end of Australia. If you want to jump into the flight sim and fly with us, feel free to. We're not biting.
Wonder how many sharks are in that water. A lot.
Yeah.
Can they go for a swim?
Yeah, I think I'd rather fly over the waters than swim in them.
Then the generic scenery.
Yeah, it's
Well,
good.
at the moment, it doesn't look too bad for me.
Oh, look at
But
that.
if
We have a Dakey in here. Welcome in, buddy.
Hello, Dakey, sir.
Hello, they
Welcome.
came.
Hello.
How you doing? Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Only the sound is a bit meh. Non-existent between the computers. And I don't know why.
No, I definitely want to land on that next airfield
Yep, me too.
because it's one of the smaller ones.
Exactly. So if
Ooh.
anybody wants to jump in, we are soon at Yankee Hotel Tango Lima. On the
I
North
found
Europe
another
server.
tricky one.
Yeah.
You know Weymouth in the south of England, near
Okay.
the Isle of Wight.
That's right.
Nah.
Um, there is a landing strip there, which actually is like a mini Gibraltar. It cuts across a
Okay.
very small peninsula, so you don't have a lot of space to land, but it's fun.
Sounds like
Mm.
one of my favorite. It. Shall I help, Dougal? I'm sure you will have some fun there. Where you can do stuff without getting hurt. So,
Is that flying past?
Hmm?
So a plane's just flown over.
no. All planes in the right position.
Oh, okay.
In the upright position.
Mhm. So my center tank is empty now.
Ah. Scandal.
I saw an old photograph today from the 60s.
Okay.
Port service on a Lufthansa plane. They
Ooh.
were serving beer from a wooden barrel.
Wow.
Can you imagine that?
Mad.
That would
The
be heaven
stewardess,
from.
the stewardess had a small wooden barrel, sort of party-sized barrel, on her cart,
On
and
the
served the
trolley.
beer from there. Yeah,
Crazy.
and next to it she had a huge ham, and I don't know, you probably don't know that, Steinheger, which is
Sounds
like
expensive.
a clear grain spirit. Uh,
But cut and ham.
and that goes with ham, yeah. So that was the air, airplane food in those days.
Mm.
Yeah,
Beer and ham.
it looked pretty delish.
So they'd give you beer and ham.
Yeah.
Beer,
Would you
ham,
have
and
would you have on a
schnapps.
sandwich?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, they wouldn't give you a sandwich. They would give you a real plate and real bread and so on. I mean, it was very much catering so that people felt like they were in a guest house at the time.
Mm. Mm.
No such thing as fast
In
food or
flight
anything like that.
in flight movies. In
Yeah,
flight
yeah,
food.
yeah,
Mm. It makes sense.
yeah.
Is that was that Lufthansa?
That was that was Lufthansa
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
six in the 60s.
yeah. I think because I like watching. I was saying to Carly the other day about a Lufthansa flight. A guy who was flying he'd come to his end of his career flying the 83, the three, the old the big aircraft now,
Yeah,
and I can't remember his name. It's amazing. I'll have to Google his name again, but it was amazing how many years he'd flown for Lufthansa.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Well, I mean, they're different today than they were in those days. In those days, they had a very good reputation. They were like they were state owned in those days,
Yeah,
and
German state owned.
yeah,
Mm.
and in those days you could also rely on the German railway because it was state owned. But all these things have changed now.
Yeah, yeah. But Lufthansa has still become a big big airline today.
Yeah, they're still big.
Government's owned, yeah, big airline.
And of course, Condor is also part of Lufthansa.
Of
So,
course, I've seen Condor. I think I seen Condor 2 years ago when I went to Cyprus.
yeah.
Yeah,
Swiss too, Costello says. Isn't
yeah,
Lauda
yeah,
Air
yeah, Swiss.
also?
Mm.
Yeah. There is this thing called Star Alliance,
Yeah.
Yeah,
which they are
that's
part
right.
of,
Right.
and there are quite a few other airlines in it.
Carrier groups.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I was a kid, growing up in me like 10, 11, 2000 was my aircraft that I used to fly on a lot.
Hmm.
They become Thompson and then TUI.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
TUI has quite a few planes out.
yeah. They
I
become.
sometimes watch. You probably watch that too. Sometimes there is this live stream from Manchester, from
Airliners
the
Live.
airport.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's it. In Manchester
and
Live. Yeah, I got that. Me,
and there's quite
yeah,
a few TUI planes landing and
of
taking
course.
off there.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, and now and again from Liverpool. Not many, but you do get them
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Liverpool. Yeah, yeah. And then there used to be Monarch Airlines. Remember Monarch?
Monarch. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
The
they
best.
went. Sorry.
So we're
So
landing soon.
let's hope we will find the place.
Yeah.
One of these airfields where I'm not sure if I'll actually find it.
UK pilot, are you still here?
Okay. Scenery looks a lot better now.
Do you have, by coincidence, the Xbox Game Pass? I'm asking because in the Xbox Game Pass, where you pay 10 euros a month, I think it was 10 euros, there is the flight sim included. Ah, okay.
Oh yeah, it's clearly visible.
That's good. Because you could try it out for a month, and if you don't like it, okay, you tried it at least. So I guess you're set up with a good gear on your desk.
That could be rough. That looks like a rough surface here.
Rough.
It's on that small island. Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder why they put the airport here
On the
rather
island.
than on the mainland.
Nobody knows. You have a mix of new and
Gee.
old gear. Doesn't matter, but it seems to be good gear. Because you're flying DCS. Well,
Okay.
that
Splash, he
voice...
said.
That voice was Nightsap, my co-pilot, who is flying almost from day one. Then
Yes,
we
and
have a Catbat, who
who at
is
the moment
with
is
the Hell Kitty.
swimming.
Catbat, say something.
Hello?
That was Catbat. And then
Yes.
there is Kingsman, who joined us. in the Discord. So we have greens, we have flappies. Oh boy.
I would say my landing went swimmingly, but I swam back.
Certainly looks like a short one.
It's 2,800 or something like that.
Oh. Okay, but I need to be lower, so droppy, droppy, droppy.
And
Droopy droop.
there is water on both sides.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
but
can
we
imagine.
made it. It's long enough.
I've got a nicely washed plane now.
That's why it's so shiny.
Yes, it's very shiny, isn't it? That livery. I mean, it's almost when you fly in the sun and you get the reflections, it's almost painful.
And if you
I don't have-
have a song request, UK Pilot, type into a chat exclamation mark SR, the title of the song, and the artist. Then we can hear it too. There comes a hell kitty.
So now we're out to the barrier reef, aren't we?
Yeah, kinda. I hope we see some.
Oh yeah, we will. Don't worry. It's visible.
Good choice. There comes Castella.
There are not all that many liveries for the P-38, which I can understand because with this double rump, it must be quite a pain to make
That-
a livery for this
That
plane.
thing is for surely a pain to paint.
Yeah.
So, do you all have enough that dino juice?
Yeah, good question.
Is your plane hungry? Well,
It's about halfway, I think.
I want to go
Well,
right
I
to
need
the
some.
far end.
Let me go on there.
Oh.
Because I think going downhill is better.
That dino juice.
Oh, that joke.
Oh boy. That's a real dad joke. Who wants to try another?
I missed the
Albert, shall
first.
we read it out? Why are giraffes so slow to apologize? Because it takes them a long time to swallow their pride.
Okay.
Hmm.
No.
No.
We're sim pilots. UK pilot.
Mm.
Are you a pilot? A real one. Real.
I don't get that dad joke. No. Does anyone get that muffin joke?
So you're a real pilot.
You're more real than we are, anyway.
Yeah. That's very cool.
Well,
Nothing against DCS. My first flight sim was the Microsoft one, so I quite stuck with it because I did not want to have so many different stuff to learn. So after you, Nightsap.
Yeah, good luck, Nightsap.
What's the... Why should I not be able to take off here?
Because just
was the landing.
because.
The landing was the problem, not the takeoff.
But okay.
Look,
Yeah.
I'm flying.
Oh.
Wendy, I can fly.
Exactly.
And may I ask what you flying? UK pilot? Oh, 172. Awesome. And Pipers. Well, I had the pleasure to fly as a passenger in a 172. It was awesome. It was so awesome. Ooh. DR400 is a Robin, isn't that? Or am I mistaken? Ooh. Sometimes my brain works. So, let's see if we see some reefs. I have the add-on installed.
Oh, so you guys are going out into the sea?
Yes.
Oh, I was going inwards. Yeah.
But it's just a sort of curve over the sea, 30 miles out and then back.
Right.
Yeah, because there's an airport.
Oh, is there an airport?
Uh,
No,
Or
out
sea?
there it's only you could land there if you had a boat or a seaplane, but
Yes.
not
no,
with our plane.
the Lockhart Airport is on the mainland.
Yeah, but the Barrier Reef add-on
Yeah,
doesn't
that's a
have anything
seaplane
for us.
station. Now we would need the song Somewhere Beyond the Sea.
Or we could make Kingsman happy with an Octopus's Garden by the Beatles.
Yeah, if somebody would punch that in. Oh, look at that. It's pretty. That matches almost the colors of my wing.
Yep, it's very similar.
Some reefing.
Yeah, we have the same problem.
Hmm?
They're flying straight into the sun.
Hmm. And some clouds are baked into the reef. So let's I switched the time to lunchtime.
Dangerous. You might get hungry.
No, I've eaten enough today.
Okay.
You might make me hungry.
Well,
I made
Catbird.
a wild mix for my lunch today. A couple of Weisswurst, which I chopped up,
Okay, why?
fried potatoes, and then on top 3
Mm.
slices of raclette cheese.
Ooh.
Sounds kind
It sounds
gross.
like open the fridge door. What do we have? What can we make?
Yeah,
But it was actually quite good.
we ate out today. We had a good kebab.
Uh-huh.
Was delicious.
I haven't had that in ages.
Yeah, you get it on every corner in Vienna, so you just need to
Well,
find the
you could
good
get it here.
ones.
Even in my very small town, you could get it. But I think most of what people would call kebab, I eat when I'm in Greek restaurants. I mean, I eat the gyros, which is basically the same.
No.
Yes.
No. My Turkish
Very
colleague
bad.
would say no.
Of course you would. I would never say that to a Turkish guy because it's the same when I say a Turkish mocha is the same as a Greek mocha. No. When I
Exactly.
say
No.
a
Blasphemy.
when I say a Greek tzatziki is the same as a Turkish chachik, no, and so on.
Mm.
I mean, it's
Mhm.
just,
From
yeah,
where's baklava?
exactly, blasphemy. That's the word. Daki, a question. I downloaded the Headwind A330 and I was looking for a livery and I got myself a Lufthansa livery on this. And the actual plane code is D-I key. Now, does that have anything to do with you? I thought that was a bit of a coincidence.
Well, D's
These
Deutschland,
yeah,
Deutschlander.
Exactly.
but then it went on I key. So the whole thing.
He did not know,
Mm.
but now he wants it.
Okay. Well, if you have the Headwind A330, that livery is actually on Flight Sim too.
Mm.
Just a Lufthansa livery for that plane.
Yeah.
I wonder why they came up with that. Maybe somebody knows you.
Hmm.
Kahari are famous.
Yeah, but it's a free plane, Daiki. Just look for headwind simulations and you can download it there.
Mm.
Now, where is that reef?
The 8 or the 900 is Deggy
I
asking.
think it's a 900. I think. It's when you get to that page, it's the first plane from the top.
an octopus's garden in the sea.
Yes.
Just for you, Kingsman.
Yeah.
Thank
some
you.
Beatles.
Danke.
Some Beatles.
Danke. Danke, Karl. Danke.
Bitte.
Bitte nicht. Thank you,
I th-
Ditte. Bitte nicht.
Well, I think I see the reef.
Yeah, looks good.
I have no idea where that add-on thingy is.
I can't
doesn't
remember
show-
either. That's
It
the
doesn't show me. It doesn't show me on both maps. I can't see it, even
okay.
though it should be. It should be loaded in,
Yeah.
but I can't see it really. Yeah, but there's a whole long series here.
Yeah.
That can only be the Great Barrier Reef. Well, since we can't land, it doesn't matter too much if we don't hit that scenery.
Well, the islands were a bit prettier. Also. Well, the islands were a bit prettier. Also.
Under the sea, in an octopus's garden. To the sea.
Kingsman, live from Liverpool.
Live. Radio City. Here's a man who sailed to sea.
So, that looks good. Think we found it.
Yep.
At least pieces of it.
It's quite long, so.
Yep.
I think it stretches for quite a few miles down the coast.
Hmm. There's the catbat. Ah, that was the Castella.
And I think eventually we'll come to one of my favorite areas in Australia,
Which one?
Hamilton Island. Hamilton Island. It's
That's
further
where?
down this coast.
Okay.
On the
Why is it your favorite island?
Well, it's a whole group of islands, and it just looks wonderful. And there's an
Okay.
airport on one of the islands, which you can actually get an add-on for. But even without the add-on, it looks marvelous. It's about the one corner of Australia that I really have been to several times.
In the sim.
Yeah. Because I think we touched on it. It could have been the same flight with Murph where we came to the Barrier Reef too.
Yeah,
And I just came back to it afterwards.
where we were with the Catalinas. We too
Yep.
flew the Catalinas.
Yep. But I haven't flown the Catalina for a long time.
Yeah, I still don't know if I have it anymore.
I have it. I definitely have it. Yeah, in those days, I still didn't know the trick how to stop the Catalina when it's in the water. It kept
How?
moving.
Yeah. Do you
Just-
know now?
Yeah, it's you press pause. That's that's the whole trick. You press pause and then it's parked,
Okay.
and everything else moves around you, so nothing to worry about.
I like this song very much. So, which is our next airport? Yankee Lima Hotel Romeo. Which is our next airport? Yankee Lima Hotel Romeo.
Yep. Lockhart.
Are you?
Dakey's feeding the bot. Thank you.
Are you?
Hmm?
You ever seen Godfellas, the movie?
Not I could think of.
This is part of Godfellas, the movie.
Okay.
Oh yeah, okay.
That song was also in Finding Nemo.
That's two slightly different movies.
Yeah. Was in Finding Nemo too?
Yeah, it was. It was, but it was also part of Godfellas.
I haven't watched Godfellas either, but is that a mafia movie?
Yes, it is. Where's that?
With Robert De Niro in it.
Yes.
Yep. But I've never
Ooh.
actually watched it.
It's amazing video.
Well, what did you say? Do not text and drive. Do not do stuff and fly.
Well, I mean, at least over the sea, that's not too dangerous yet. There's no
Well,
mountains here.
I almost went for a swim.
Okay, yes. Next airport?
Are we gonna do a land there?
Okay. Kingsman, how's the football?
Oh, well, I'm going to find out now, sir.
Where have all the clouds gone? There's no cloud in the sky for me.
Yeah, for me too.
Yeah. Same here.
4-0. It ended.
Okay. 4-0. That's okay. That's a clear result, I would say.
Yeah, from Lask.
4-0. That's okay. That's a clear result, I would say. Yeah, from last. Okay. Now.
Nice beach, by the way.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Now be careful. We are in the lands of the snakes and spiders now.
Yeah. Don't let anything into your cockpit.
Yep.
Kingsman, I think we have an echo in your.
Say again?
You're throwing an echo.
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry.
So I'm coming from the land side to this airport.
I knew it.
Nyahahaha. The land side to this airport. Nyahahaha.
Ah, there is the man himself, Dougal.
Hello, hello. How you doing, buddy?
Hello, Dougal.
Is UK Pilot still there?
There he is.
There he is. Okay.
He has a
Um,
key. UK pilot.
Oh, at the airport. Wow.
Yeah, there's the airport.
Wow. I'm going way too fast. I'm way too high.
Doesn't well, the Hell Kitty lose so fast speed like the Spitty?
Mm, yeah. The flaps, they don't come down if you're going too fast. So it's not like the Spitty where you can just throw them out.
yeah. Well, Dougal, then he has a lot to answer for.
Youch! That was a hard landing.
Interesting.
What's interesting?
When I got my new computer,
Yeah.
it was connected by these people from the computer firm,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a tablet, a drawing, electronic drawing tablet, which is
Okay.
basically just simply my mouse pad. And I hadn't connected it on the old computer, and they just saw their cable and plugged it in, obviously. And I'm just seeing that there are two wheels which I can turn on this tablet,
Mm-hmm.
and it actually zooms in and out of the VFR map. So it has the same
Okay.
function as the mouse wheel.
Whoa! Guys, do you hear that? Do you hear that? The sound. But
the
it was
sound?
silent. Yeah.
Oh.
It tripped it.
Who loud this, Costello?
Yeah, I'm turning down, so since I can't hear it yet myself. So I need to hear it myself. Thank you, please. Computer. This one. Monitor on. I hear Spitty. Yay! So music to Spitty to voice is okay now. That's what the landing was for. Rawr. So let's line up behind Nightsap. And off we go again. So if anybody wants to jump in, we're at Yankee Lima Hotel Romeo. On the North Europe server. Well, guys, I think we're good to
Okay.
go.
Well, then let's do this.
Oh, that was a bad dad joke. Oh boy. That one did hurt.
Well, my chat has stopped again, so I can't.
I will
read
read it out to you.
it. Okay.
Feeling pretty proud of myself. The Sesame Street puzzle I bought said 3 to 5 years, but I finished it in 18 months.
Okay.
That hurt. Yes, that hurt really bad. Ah. Hello, Belle. Hello, Mio. Mino. Oh, bella mio. I hope you behave, little lads and ladies. That was the song from Viper, if I'm not mistaken. No, there goes Castella. Could it be that Viper is already Christmassy? With Christmas music? My husband is the one who plays Fallout. Guys, don't forget to hydrate yourself. So, I hope we see some reefs. Out there.
I would think they're all along this coast. Do you also have this here that the scenery is only loading in as you're flying above it?
I had it
Sort
with
of-
the airport, but now it's
Yeah.
pretty good.
And I have it again now.
No, it's pretty good at the moment. Okay, now it's getting loaded in again. Weird. Ooh, it works. Well, I'm curious when they will get a big radius of this AccuSeason Advanced for the terrain colors.
Yeah.
Since
yeah.
they're just working for a certain area, when they could make that circle wider.
That's true. What I find strange.
Well, Dougal, I hear all kind of music. So, what's good music taste? What's bad music taste? I can't tell ya.
What I find strange is on this new computer, I've installed AccuSeason and it works. But what I don't get is the weather setting. They don't appear in my list.
What do you mean?
Well, there are special weather settings, which you get automatically in your weather list once that AccuSeason is installed. I had that on my old machine, but not on this one.
I can't tell ya. Sorry. I never had those.
That is strange.
I had the Murphy ones.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
you could download
they-
from
they-
teutonmurphy.com, but and the Crystal Lake one,
Yeah,
that
no, there's something
Halloweeny
like
one.
almost 10 weather settings. And they were sort of quite striking because when you have that list, it had very colorful symbols. So you could see them very easily.
You mean in the AccuSeason or in the simulator?
Well, once you have installed AccuSeason, you should get them in the simulator, in the weather list.
And the drop-down thingy?
Yeah, yeah.
Never
in
had
Flow.
those.
Yeah. Strange.
The thing is, Dougal, I don't get them.
Yeah, and I don't get them now. I had them before on my old machine, but no, it's not there. Interesting when you look at what's around this island. You see the underwater landscape.
Yeah. Very cool. Well, that reminds me of something. Next Thursday, so Thursday in a week, I'm not here.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. We have a Christmassy celebration in our workplace. We go dining together and the boss pays, so yay, me!
That's good.
That's the best. Because I know the place where we're going and they have some awesome good beef ribs.
Ah, yeah, okay.
So, yeah. Next Thursday I'm not here.
Okay.
So you don't have to put up with me next Thursday. Mwahaha. Yeah, exactly like that modding unlimited. Some co-workers will have plenty of beer.
And will be at work on Friday, looking rather pale
No,
and
There-
embarrassed about the things that I have done and said.
well, no. It's not that bad with the co-workers. They
You know that saying,
thankfully
is-
know when to stop.
the saying is, there is always one.
Yes. Ooh, Serengeti. Well, I hope you have plenty of sunscreen, Viper. Could get rather hot. Ouch, work. The thing is, the Friday next week is the 8th of December, and only very few people will work on this day from our store. I'm one of the happy ones. I don't have to.
What's
Because
so special about that?
It's a national holiday,
Oh,
but
it is.
since when did it start? Somewhere in the 90s, a store began to open on that day that all people who would work all weeks long could go shopping, and somehow it is a national holiday but for everyone but the people in my
Shops.
field in shops. For all
Yeah.
shops assistants and yeah.
Is it a religious holiday or is it?
Maria
Austrian-
Empfängnis.
Yeah.
It's
Here
Catholic
it's-
holiday.
Here it's
Basically.
just a normal day.
Mm. So since I'm too expensive to have in the store that day, I have the day off. Because-
You don't get a monthly fixed pay.
I get that, yes, but since I'm pretty long in that company, I get a higher pay, and if you work on that day, you get a day off and
Ah.
more pay for that day.
You get compensation. Yeah, okay.
Yes,
Yeah. And so they don't have to give you that.
exactly. I have that day off. I get plus 200 normally and the day off. So I'm too expensive. But I'm not upset about it because I have that day off. I can kick back my feet and do nothing.
Yeah.
I told my boss I want to work. He says, "No, you're home." So who am I to say no? I want to work. Ah, that's beautiful. That's pretty.
Yeah. That's amazing how the sim shows what's under the surface.
Yeah.
Well, this looks like a bigger reef area again. That
Mm.
could well be the barrier reef again.
Looking amazing. Well, if I work on that day, I get double pay and a day off for that day. And since it's a national holiday, and my boss does not say I'm not needed at work, I should stay home, I have a holiday, a paid day off. So it's pretty nice.
I wonder if you could land on this reef.
Try.
There is one
Tell
up
me.
ahead, which looks like it might be above water.
You're way
like-
over there, so
Well, somebody is faithfully following the magenta line. And other people are cutting corners.
no, I'm not cutting corner.
Of course you are.
No, I did not cut a corner. I just flew a snake line to look after that stuff on the ground.
Now let's have a look. This thing here.
I don't think so. Whee! Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain.
Well, that one there definitely has a beach.
Not so sure about that.
On my left.
But it does look amazing though.
Yeah.
I wonder if there is actually a three-dimensional structure in the sim under the water, or if it is just
Nah,
a picture, so to
I'm
speak.
sure.
I think it's a
just
picture.
Yeah.
Okay, Dougal. Thank you for jumping in.
No, I don't
Cuddle
think it's
the
above,
littles.
it's not above the water surface here.
No, but here is one that is on this side. There is one. So it has like a little island stuck to it.
Yeah. I know that there are some places which, at low tide, they are above water.
Oh
Yeah.
for sure.
But here are also baked in clouds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's an island that has trees on it even.
Oh, okay.
And it's part of the reef. So let's see if I can land on it. Looks landable from here.
Yeah, Kaharia, you're over the one where I thought it could be landable, but It's really
That's a
still
big cloud.
underwater.
That white one is a cloud.
Yes. No, I'm going for this sort of light brown color.
Yeah, that's an island. I'm on it.
Uh-huh.
Not for long, I won't be. Ah. Ah.
You were on it.
Yes.
Can the hell kitty swim?
It can very well stand up on its head, but I don't know about swimming. But yeah, I'm on it. I feel like Robinson Crusoe on this small island.
Well, I can switch between the gorges. But basically, I have here my temperatures. Altimeter and speeds and DME and stuff. Then VR and a compass, basically.
Oh, it's basically a six-pack.
Yeah. Castella goes, wee! Yeah. I know what you mean, but I don't need more.
Palm tree. Oof, Rob. Oh my god, that was close. That was very close to the water.
And I was thinking, why do I fly so slowly?
Something hanging out.
I have the belly pot.
Oh, yeah.
Ah. Yes.
That is the
Magnificent.
reason.
Belly pot.
That ugly belly pot. Be gone. There we go.
A big answer.
I know I should not drop a fuel tank over a reef. Oops. Oopsie. My bad.
There'll be a big newspaper article tomorrow.
My bad.
Spitfire
Sorry.
drops tank over
Great Barrier
World
Reef.
Heritage Site.
Actually, the reef is not so good shape at the moment, and there is a guy who rebuilds it with
Yeah,
a nursery of
But I mean, if you look at the size of the thing,
yeah.
it needs more than one guy to rebuild it.
He made kind of a rescue mission out of it.
Yeah.
They built a nursery where they nursing good coral parts into bigger corals and put them back together into the reef.
Is 4Ocean what it's called, Castella?
Ah, they do that too. Maybe it's that guy. Was pretty interesting when he was saying how they built this kind of concept. Thank you for being here. Nice to meet you too. Have a good night.
Good night.
Bye. Hope to see you next time on Saturday. 2000 Zulu. Some pieces have to be above water because of the waves or how the waves look at down there.
Yeah. That was Catbad yawning. I heard
No.
that.
That was me.
Was that you?
That was me.
Well,
Totally me.
It's not just Catbat that yawns from time to time. There's other people that do it.
I wouldn't know about that.
There's Findler's Peak.
Cape Melville coming up.
Costella has fun.
Suddenly there's clouds again.
Well, I don't have clouds.
There's a few little fluffy bits.
Just have such a kind of foggy horizon. So I'm not following the magenta line yet now.
Okay.
I'm going a bit to the right to that reef section. Going to the left to the reef section.
To the other right, I was thinking.
Yeah. Well, if you go enough, long enough to the right, you go to the left. To the left, I meant. Whee! There's a very long stretch down behind there. Over there. So I'm curious. So let's see what we see or not see.
Okay, I parked on the beach. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. Okay, good night, Costella. Have a good night. Landing on the
Good night,
beach?
Eagle.
Ooh. But don't get sand into your gears. Oh, that's pretty over here.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Okay. So Castella is coming down.
Costella is going to sleep. He
Okay.
comes to you
Okay.
and get comfy on the beach. There's a cat bed down there.
I wait until Castella has landed. And then I take
I
off.
got clouds.
You got clouds. Okay.
Yeah, I got clouds. They spawned in. It seems we got weather data again.
Yep. I thought that earlier on it was simply not enough data. Okay. It's coming down.
I'm sure Costella can do that.
Yeah, this beach looks actually worse than it is. There's a lot of different colors, but it's actually quite flat.
I think you had worse to land on. Remember that glacier?
Oh yes. Well, that wasn't all that wonderful a landing anyway.
Nope.
Okay, Castella. I'll take over again.
Have a good night, buddy. And
Yeah, good
remember
night,
to
man.
and remember to close your cockpit that no creepers will get in there.
Ooh. Spiders.
Yeah. That's good. Oh, this looks nice now with my clouds. Ooh. So pretty. Emerging.
Oh, and the next one is an airport on an island, right?
Should be. So many fluffy clouds.
It's funny, now that you have them, I've got none.
Maybe
Good night,
the
Castella.
maybe the sim said, okay, now you can have the data.
Yes. Can you imagine?
Fluffy cloud. When will I break out of that fluffy cloud?
Oh, that's a pretty big cloud. For me, it's just very small clouds. I see you very clearly.
I had
So
some
cool.
back there, but here it's clear.
Cloud surfing. Underneath the clouds we go. It's looking amazing. Those reefs over there. Not so detailed as the other ones. Nevertheless, the colors.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Costella. Now off you go. Have a good night, buddy. What's over there? I'm curious, what is over there?
What is where? To our right?
Hmm? Yeah.
Looks like there's more stuff. Yeah.
Is the waypoint Moonel? So let's see what's on that little speck of land. Almost behind it. Okay, we have nicer reefs again. Oh, welcome in Raiders, Purple Rose Studios.
Welcome.
Welcome in, guys. Welcome in, Raiders. Woohoo! Raid, raid, raid. Bee-doo, bee-doo. How you doing, guys? We're over the Great Barrier Reef. We're exploring here at our world tour, Spitfire around the world. Flight's going good. Thank you for that follow. Being tasked. We're down under in Australia, over the Great Barrier Reef. So, I hope you have all your life vests. Yeah. We got a Mrs. Kitty Cam. How was your flight? Hey, hey. No worries, Purple Rose Studios. Thank you for the raid. What did you do? Oh! Okay. Why? Okay. And welcome, buddy. Ah, I understand. Not only a fly guy, but an art guy too. Nice. There's an island. Oh, Planet Neutral, welcome in. How you doing? And you followed with your art channel, making the 500. Awesome, guys. Thank you. We got over the 500 followers. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Hi, pipe. Woo. That's awesome, guys. Thank you. Yes, your art channel was the 500th. Woohoo, let's go. And RP Gamers was the 501. I will follow you back after the stream. We fly daily. Yeah, onwards to 1,000. Whoop, whoop. We're over the Great Barrier Reef. Or the section of the Great Barrier Reef. Yeah, the big 500. Woohoo! We had some very shiny reefs today. Now I'm trying to find my way back to another one. Nightsap, do you have reefs over there?
Yeah, I just flew over some. But I'm heading for the Pimple.
For the
Because that
Pimple?
seems to be our next airport.
Okay.
Yeah. But just before there are reefs.
Okay.
And from what I can see, there's also reefs on the side here. So
Yeah, I'm coming over to you. So basically we are in the northeast of Australian water. And also guys, the song requests are open. If you want to hear a song, exclamation mark SR, the name of the song and the artist. There's Catbat.
Yes.
Super duper.
And there's a kitten on my lap.
Ooh.
Okay.
And yeah. Gotta be careful not to crash.
The kitten power is engaged.
Yes. Mhm. If you can say hello.
It's another of these airports here where you ask yourself, why?
Yeah.
Is it that bad?
You just wonder, why put an airport here on this
Oh.
little pimple of an island?
Because people could get there faster. And how many people would
do
travel
what?
there per boat? Well,
To do
to
what?
hang out, to relax, to be just somewhere else. If you're stinking
think
rich,
there's-
you don't care. You just say, okay, I want to be there.
Okay, if there are houses on this island, I would agree with you. Let's see.
There could be in real life. You don't see it.
So far, I don't see any. But there could still be some.
Not yet, KCM. Hopefully not at the next landing. Yay! That's pretty.
Yes, there are a few houses.
Ooh. That's a pretty part of the reef.
Oh, that's nice here, actually.
Really?
It is. Yep. The pimple is nice.
So let's go over to the pimple. For landing.
Yeah, how's that gonna go with the cat in between the yoke and myself?
Well, it will work. Somehow. Or shall I say somehow? And since I have the yoke, she isn't sitting on my lap anymore. She does not like that thing.
Just purring
Hmm.
So the pimple is called Lizard Island.
Wait, isn't there
And there is a place
a
called...
scenery on Flight Sim 2? For a
Could be.
resort?
There's
of that
a
island?
Blue Lagoon Lizard Island. That sounds suspiciously like a resort.
A resort? So there you have your answer, but why airport over there?
And the Blue Lagoon is actually quite visible as Blue Lagoon. You see the water has
Let's
different
go to-
color there. Yeah.
So it's gorgeous.
Let's go to Why There Island.
Or Pimple Island.
Pimple
Yeah.
Island.
And it's also a national park.
I
Yep.
prefer like
Pimple
Why
Island.
There Island. Yeah, and there's another small island over there.
There are many
Island
small
is
islands.
Just a beach with some greenery on it. To my right.
I like
Okay,
it.
how are we gonna do this? What you want? Huh? With the cat?
I don't know what I want, but I want it meow.
I want it meow.
We had the same situation today. Today's my day off, and Mrs. Kitty ordered food at 6 in the morning.
Uh-huh.
So what did you do as human? As a official feeder? You get up,
Yes.
feed the kitty, and go back to bed. Oh, that's a pretty lagoon.
All these reefs have a name. And some of them are quite funny. There's a group that's called Hicks Reef and Day Reef and so on. And then the next thing is
Is the coconut
no
reef?
No Name Reef. And then they obviously ran out of names. So then we have Ribbon number 10 Reef, Ribbon number 9 Reef, Ribbon number 8 Reef, all the way down to I
They
can't see
literally ran out of
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then there is
inspiration.
Irene and Vicky and Emily. They're all names of reefs.
Wow, look at that.
It's a pretty
There's
nice
still
runway.
reefs. Ah,
Catus,
And you see
Patus.
that when you look
here
back
goes.
towards Catbad and you look to your right, there is a bay which has a real stunning color. That's
Yeah.
the Blue Lagoon. That's the
Ooh.
Blue Lagoon.
Which takes you
And
to
some
Night's
and some floating trees in the
There's
distance.
something floating.
There's a whole bunch of floating trees over there, like they're floating in the air. I mean. Ugh.
See, I knew you could do it with a kitty on the lap.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's not as comfortable though. Oh, and now Kitty gets up because she's like annoyed. Well, not annoyed, but yeah, I know it's not very stable now that I'm steering.
Nobody sees it. Hello, shiny bird. Why did you change livery? I don't get it. Sim. Let's hop for a moment in the drone cam. Oh, that's pretty.
It's the kick now in its natural habitat.
Not
Go-
really. No.
Going into the trees.
And here we have a P-38 in its natural habitat. Exploration all around.
I was hoping I could get over into that bay, but I can't really.
It's more like here
Yeah.
we have a young A330.
It's pretty, yeah.
Yeah, I can
And
get
I'm
to
sure
that
that
beach,
is a resort. Oh,
yeah, I
sorry.
mean, there's a whole group of houses which are in a circle,
Yeah.
which is suspicious. I mean, that looks very much like a holiday settlement.
Yeah. Destination.
Ah, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Oops. Okay, now we're not talking. I just wanted to see the other bay.
Well, is there carnage? Shall I look at it?
It's a bit of a steep slope,
So
but
carnage,
thanks
basically.
to my friend the Viking. No problem.
Now we would need a medic.
I can take off from here.
Okay.
I think. I hope.
We will
We'll
see
see.
it.
Okay.
You blew some smoke there. Oh boy. You know you have your smoke on? Catbat?
No.
Yes,
But
you
you
definitely
have.
do.
You were smoking hot.
Okay.
And you burned.
Well, anyways, yeah.
So, I would say let's take off.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I don't know. Do I have engine damage on or something?
Yeah, but
No,
I
you.
think the Hellcat normally has smoke.
That
doesn't it?
acrobatic smoke.
Oh, okay.
Is that a
Maybe
feature with the Hellcat?
Yeah,
um,
I guess so.
apparently, then,
Obviously. Must be.
did
Okay,
I
I'm
not
taking off.
just switch it off? Anyways, I'll be back. Yeah, I'll be back. Go on and take off, guys.
Okay, because it's only 19 nautical miles to our last stop.
Okay. Yeah. I'll be back.
Okay.
Oh, there's some nice beaches all around this island.
In real life, it must be really pretty here.
Yep, I think so.
But I don't know what creepers are around here. Like
Yeah, I think
spideys or snakes.
you have to be pretty immune to them if you live here or if you're on holiday here.
Yeah.
So it should just be over there. As
Yeah,
soon as we hit land, there should be the airport.
exactly. Ooh, another pretty.
Okay, it's behind that hill. There's a hill on the coast,
Okay.
and the runway is behind it, and it's basically across our course.
It's so fascinating.
Yep.
So, where's our airport?
So I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yes, where is the airport? Not where I thought it would be. Yeah, it's right there.
So here's
Ah,
the
there it
floating
is.
trees
Found
and
it.
the blue lagoon.
Found it too.
There it is.
Tactical landing required.
So, there's our runway.
Ooh, there's a runway.
It's a very narrow one.
Nice. We like that.
Come on, don't be a floaty. Down on the ground. Thank you. So, down we are.
Got my
116. I'll take that.
Mm-hmm. Good.
But it felt like butter.
so
So, which way we take our picture tonight?
Come around to where I am, because then we
Yeah.
can have these trees behind us.
Yeah. I'm on my way. Downtown.
right up here next to the kick now.
Der Gegner. Parking brake. Can we make the weather a bit fancier? Wait a second.
You've got the wrong livery, haven't you?
Yeah.
Doesn't show my shiny one.
Nope. It showed in the beginning, then Microsoft just said no.
Yeah.
Well, I have it in,
Yeah.
but Microsoft just said no.
Well, at least we're happy with small blessings. At least it shows the plane as a P-38.
Yes. I wanted to do a bing picture. Woohoo! Well, guys, that's that. We're done for tonight.
Okay. Yeah, and we
Short
finished the
but
whole flight
sweet.
plan.
Yeah. There you see.
Mhm.
We see each other next time on Saturday, 2000 Zulu. So
Okay.
hopefully we see you there. We start from here and go down south. Woohoo! So guys, we're
Yep.
signing out. We are raiding over to flights with Joel, who is in the P38 at the moment. So yeah,
Okay.
strapping guys.
Okay.
See you in the bits. Good night.
Good night.
Right.